name is Ira Cruz and I'm from AltMobility PH. AltMobility PH, we're a group of ordinary citizens and urban transport experts, urban transport professionals, and we're advocating for better transport systems in the country. Our hashtag is commuters naman because we feel that it's very, very important to shift paradigm, to shift focus in order for us to fix the transport system. Well, we describe the current commuting systems as undignified and unreliable. Number one is undignified because normally it's very difficult for you to commute. You think about the things that you have to go through in order for you to get to your destination if you're commuting. Second, you get judged because you're a commuter. And that's what we want to address. We want to return dignity in commuting. Unreliable because it's not something that you can plan your day around. There are times where the trains don't run all the time. It's wild, wild west when you try to get a bus along EDSA. So what we'd really like to do with all our efforts is to address these situations in Metro Manila, but not just in Metro Manila, also prepare other cities, growing cities, in terms of how they should design their transport systems better. May pag-asa pa. Naniniwala kami na may pag-asa pa. Kaya sinusulong namin itong bill na ito sa Kongreso. Number one, yung pinaka-kakaiba dito sa bill na ito is that it puts commuters at the center of all conversations when it comes to building our transport systems. And that's what's been missing the past 2 years. Whenever I start conversations like this, yung lagi kong sinisimulan 2 very important points para maganda yung point of view natin sa pag-uusap. Number one, we need to unshackle ourselves from focusing on cars. When we start designing our transport systems, or when we start prescribing solutions, we need to put commuters' concerns forward first, above everything else. You have to remember, 80% of the road users are commuters, and yet they're only allocated 20%. So, if you're really concerned about fixing the commuting experience, then you should focus on the concern of the 80% and not the 20%. Number two, congestion, yung sinatawag nating traffic, symptoms lang yan. Hindi yan yung dapat nating ginagamot. Pag tinignan mo siya, in that way, you'll really understand that there are other things, that there's a much larger thing that you need to address. Number one, yung sasabi natin, yung tatawag na yung mobility. Ang tanong, hindi dapat paano ayusin yung congestion. Dapat, ang tanong, paano natin mapapagalaw yung mga tao. Yung definition ng mobility kasi is getting a person from point A to point B. Pag tinignan mo yung sabihin natin EDSA, ilan ba ang laman ng isang bus? At ilan ang laman ng isang kotse? And sa efforts na nakikita natin recently, ang lumalabas, pinaprioritize yung konti sa mas nakakarami. Meron kaming 5 very important points in the bill. Of course, all of them revolving around the experience of commuters. Number one, there has to be a public stop, a public transport stop every 500 meters from residential areas, activity centers like malls or schools. That's very important because it cannot be a viable solution if you cannot find your way to a public bus stop. Number two, there has to be a public transport facility arriving every 10 minutes. So again, going back to what we mentioned earlier, you need to be able to plan your life around the availability of transport. Hindi pwede yung sana may dumating na masasakyan ngayon. Number three, you have to be able to cover 15 kilometers within 1 hour. And that has a lot to do, again, with focusing on the needs of commuters. If you really, really want to improve mobility, then you have to find a way to be able to prioritize the movement of public transport facilities like buses. Number 4, walking is also considered commuting. And it's a very, very important option. There are a lot of short distance travels, siguro yung mga 4 to 5 kilometers. That's actually walkable. Pero hindi siya nilalakad ngayon kasi walang bangketa. Or kung meron ng bangketa, may obstruction sa bangketa. So, isa sa key provisions dito is making sure that there is 2.5 meters worth of sidewalk and it's continuous and unobstructed. Together with that, there should be bicycle lanes and bicycle facilities available in the city. And that's very important because if you can take out all of the short distance trips that most people are now doing in cars, then you can free up the roads from congestion. And then lastly, there has to be proper facilities for the vulnerable members of society. Tingnan natin yung ating mga kalsada. Friendly ba siya sa mga persons with disability? Kung ikaw ba ay naka-wheelchair, madali ka bang makakatawid? Kung ikaw ba ay bulag, malalaman mo ba kung saan ka pwedeng tumawid at kung kailan ka pwedeng tumawid? I think the good thing is that little by little, LGUs are starting to recognize that they need to look at sustainable transport as a means of moving people. Again, di ba? Hindi yung fixing congestion. How do you move people? And more LGUs are realizing that mobility is a very important thing for them to look into. Several years ago, Marikina already has a network of bicycle lanes. Lately, we've been seeing Quezon City also painting bike lanes across the city. And I guess number 3 would be Pasig. Pasig has the only LGU department that's dedicated to sustainable transport. Their only mandate is to promote sustainable transport in the city. That's either by walking, cycling, or taking mass public transport. Sa Pasig natin makikita yung tinatawag natin mga protected bike lanes. And that's very important. Infrastructure dictates behavior. If a city would like to incentivize its people to consider a form of transport, then it has to provide the proper infrastructure to give a signal to the citizens na, okay, this is what we'd like to encourage you to do. And you see that through protected bike lanes. More and more people are considering biking because now they feel safe. They don't think that anyone will run into them. They feel safer because it's well lighted. They don't think people are going to steal their bikes from them. And it's starting to become a network of bicycle lanes. First of all, doon tayo babalik. Kailangan, and for a long time now, it has been long overdue. That attention that we need to give to commuters. And I think that's how I would answer your question. It's high time that we put the concerns of commuters above everyone else. Because sila naman yung main concern natin. And at the end of the day, all of us are commuters. Wala namang hindi nagko-commute sa atin lahat. You know, any travel that you make is considered commuting. And this is a win-win solution. Even for cars, you know, we make it very clear that we're not against cars because cars fulfill a certain function. There are certain distances that is better covered by cars, perhaps. But we need to focus on commuters because this is everyday struggle that we're talking about. People flock to the cities like Metro Manila because of economic opportunities, opportunities to study. And then how are you able to empower them to tap those opportunities if they can't get to it, you know, in a dignified manner? Yes, obviously there will be there will be an impact in other stakeholders. But I think in the grand scheme of things, why is it such a bad idea to focus on majority of our people for a change? Yes, we need everybody's help. We can't do it alone. Again, citizen participation is very, very important, and that's also one of the ways by which our lawmakers and our government can see what the public wants. If you don't demand for it, then maybe you won't get it, and then you get the kind of city that you deserve. And really, we deserve so much better than what we have currently. We engage with the public through social media. That's one of the easiest way to do it. AltMobility PH also runs a Facebook group called How's Your Viajes. I think today we have close to 4,000 members already. And that's very important because we need to popularize the discussions on transportation. People have to start looking at this as something that they can make a difference, or that's something that they can pitch in. It's not limited to people with transport economic degrees or people with degrees in urban planning. Lahat naman tayo nagko-commute araw-araw. Alam natin kung ano yung kailangan natin. Sinabi, professional commuter ka, professional pedestrian, professional cyclist. Alam mo naman yung kailangan mo, di ba? You might not be able to put it into technical terms, pero alam mo yung kailangan mo. Example, as a pedestrian, gusto mo yung sidewalk tuloy-tuloy. Gusto mo yung sidewalk, walang nakaharang. And that's what's in the bill, right? You might not be able to specify the length or the width of the pedestrian sidewalk, pero you know, kailangan malapad siya. And that's a very important step that we're making in terms of investing time in running How's Your Viajes. Number two, we take opportunities such as this. We do talks as well. We try to reach out to as many groups as possible in order to share with them our advocacy. Again, we're sharing with them our advocacy because this is not just about us. This is about everybody else. Number three, this is not just for commuters. Although as I said earlier, lahat naman tayo commuters. But this also impacts so many other sectors. Number one, environment. If you have better transport systems, then it has a very positive impact on environment. Options like walking, cycling, that doesn't have any negative effects on the environment. This is also a health issue. The pollution, the things that you have to go through, say for example in EDSA or when you bike around the city, yung pollution, di ba? Number three, this can also be a gender issue or an issue for children. The presence of children and women in pedestrian areas is an indication of safety. So sabi nila, baka pwede yung mental health issues, the things you have to go through while you're stuck in traffic. So this is really a multi-sectoral issue, and we're really trying to reach out to all of these stakeholders so that we can present to our lawmakers that this is a very, very important issue. This is not just about Metro Manila. This is a national concern, and it cuts across several sectors. All they need to do is to go to our social media accounts. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram on AltMobility PH. They send us a quick message that they want to volunteer. We need a lot of researchers to prepare us for the congressional hearings. We need researchers to help us strengthen our institutional understanding, existing laws, existing department orders. We need graphic designers. We need to be able to help people understand what the bill is about. We need to be able to help them understand how this will make their lives so much better. So all you need to do is send us a private message, and we're definitely ready to take them in as volunteers. My name is Ira Cruz. I'm a member of AltMobility PH. We're advocating for better transport policies, better transport systems. And we're doing this by putting commuters at the center of all discussions. #commuters naman. Now you know.